Hello, everyone. Welcome to the AFCON 2021 and 2022 preview show. So, what are we going to do today? We are going to look at some news heading into the AFCON. There have been some big updates going on the last couple of days. We're going to go through each group. We're going to look at the toughest groups. We're going to look at the weakest groups. We're going to look at each squad. We're going to do a tier list to what we think are the favorites. I'm going to have some guests on. Hopefully, they're going to show up. We'll see if they show up. If they don't, I'm a one-man army, and I'm all good with that. Everybody, smash the like button if you haven't done it so already. If you're watching on the replay, there will be timestamps so you can go through them and enjoy the show. We might be here for an hour, hour and a half, depending on how long it must take. But this is the African Cup of Nations. I would rank it the third biggest national team tournament in the world. World Cup, Euros, actually it's fourth. World Cup, Euros, Copa America, AFCON comes fourth. AFCON is better than the Asian Cup and the Gold Cup. So much talent, so much pride representing their nations. Almost all this controversy going on with players being selected, not being selected, COVID issues, Cameroon the host with all their political issues. But we've made it. And thank God it starts on Sunday. There will be a watch along for Cameroon against Burkina Faso. There will be match reactions and a lot of good stuff coming during the AFCON here on the Michael Talks Football channel. So everybody, enjoy the show, get involved with the chat, and howdy, everybody. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Going to be good. Thank you very much, Sebastian. I think Senegal going to win versus Nigeria or Algeria in the final. Okay. Amar, how are you doing? I think Egypt will win AFCON. Of course, you're going to say that. Of course, how home of Juve. Ciao, ciao. How are you doing? One-man army, man. You have me who is available. Yep. Well, I got some guests coming on, hopefully, Sebastian, so don't worry about it. But just get involved with the chat, guys, and hit the like button if you haven't done so already. So first bit of news we got to go through is Mohamed Kudus, of course, of Ajax. So there's been some controversy with him, first off, where at first he wasn't going to be selected due to some injuries going on, but he is actually being selected to the squad, and he is featured for the AFCON. This is what the Milovan Rajovic, of course, the Ghanaian national team manager, said. He is the future of Ghanaian football and African football. And at some stage in the tournament, when we feel he is fit, he can step in and help the team because he has the quality. Well, definitely Kudus has the quality. It's just a matter of, can he stay fit? And when will he show up? Will he show up in the group stage in the third match? Will he show up in the round of 16? There's a lot of issues then when it comes to Kudus. And of course, Ajax, because at the end of the day, Ajax do pay his wages and they have a huge say in this as well. Obviously, we're all going to dispute. He should represent his national team 100%, but Ajax pay his wages. And that's the main thing I have with this. Fantastic. He is a part of the squad. He is going to be a big boost. We'll just see how many games he plays and how many minutes. He's probably going to start at the bench most likely every game that he plays in the African Cup of Nations. But I already have my first guest, guys, so let me get my headphones on, and we're going to introduce our first guest. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. So we have on the Michael Talks Football, Adnan. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming on.
Well, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good, good, good. How are you excited for Sunday?
Yeah, I'm excited for the AFCON, man. At first, there was a lot of doubt over whether or not it'd be canceled, but now that the teams are arriving, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of controversy with this tournament, which is a huge shame. Going through COVID, just like the Euros, but thank God it's finally here, though. That's the main thing I would say when it comes to this issue of COVID. Players leaving their clubs. We're going to talk about, obviously, Nigeria and their whole club issues with Watford and stuff like that. But that's been the main issue I have with this tournament. So how are we all doing? Hello, Mike. Hello, Shamar. How are you doing? Let's get to the next bit of news. That is going on in the AFCON at this moment. Let's get it up for you guys. So there has been a clarification on the Denis situation with Watford, guys. So if I'll zoom in so you guys can all see it. So Tavares, who is the agent for Denis, said that Nigeria didn't meet the deadline for their application. Therefore, Watford refused to let Denis join the Nigerian squad. This is such a sad situation because obviously we know, and Andan knows, there are two Nigerian players that play for Watford. Obviously, Troost-Ekong, who is the captain of Nigeria, and then Emmanuel Denis, who has probably been, I would arguably say, the signing of the season in the Premier League, just his impact that he's had for Watford. And then with this situation, his deadline being missed and all this, Andan, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, Dennis, he's been the bargain of the season for Watford, but Of course, Ekong, he's been underperforming. So from a Nigerian perspective, you'd expect us to make sure we secure Dennis before anybody else and get that email sent in. But it's typical of Nigeria because we've had problems with administration in the past. In the last World Cup, we had to forfeit a match against in the World Cup qualifier against Algeria. We drew 1-1, but we forfeited because we fielded an ineligible player who had a yellow card accumulation. So stuff like this, it happens, man. It's just sad. We have to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, obviously. And then obviously Osimhen is not coming either, but I think his is more understandable. He's had COVID twice in the last year. He's coming back from the horrific injury. So I feel really bad for him because he seemed very excited on Twitter, like, I'm going to represent the Super Eagles. And he's been the best player for you guys, arguably throughout these World Cup qualifiers too.
By far. Yeah, Osimhen's a big miss. He's the heart and soul of the team. Like the other players, they feed off of his energy, and he has such a high energy level, and he's becoming more clinical and during the qualifiers. So he's going to be hard to replace, but I think Taiwo Awoniyi, this is his chance. He's only played one cap with Nigeria. He's doing decently with Union Berlin in Germany. So we'll see how he does. Him, Iheanacho, and Sadiq Umar plays in the Segunda. They would have to step up and fill Osimhen's boots.
And is it correct that also, like, Denise, he hasn't played that many times for the Super Eagles either?
Yeah, he's had a few cameos off the bench. Like after he scored a brace at the Bernabeu, he expected a start for Nigeria a couple years ago when he was with Club Brugge. But then he came off the bench in friendlies against Ukraine and Brazil, and he was disappointed. And so him and Gernot Rohr never really saw eye to eye.
Oh, God. Don't even start about the Roar situation and the Jose Pizarro and all the... Oh, God. So here's a question for you. Nigeria's best team in the last 12 years has been... Which squad would you say has been the best squad in the last 12 years?
From 2013 and 2014, we won the AFCON, did okay in Confederations Cup, and made it to the round of 16 in the 2014 World Cup.
Yeah, I would agree. Yep, I would agree. Didn't in the 2013 Confederations Cup, didn't you guys concede to Tahiti?
Is that... Yeah, that was Tahiti's only goal, but they were so excited. I'm like, man, he conceded to some part-timers, but
big part-timers, that is for sure. They're rowing boats during the day, and then they score against Nigeria.
Yeah, Spain beat them like 10-0 that tournament.
Yeah. And I think like Uruguay destroyed them as well, and some other stuff going on. So, yeah. All right, guys, that's a little bit of news. There's also controversy with Zimbabwe that the Zimbabwe FA might be banned. I don't see that happening. We're like 3 days away from the tournament starting, and then Zambia could replace them. There's just, it's just so.
What if Zambia replaced them and then won it like Denmark did at the Euros?
That would be awesome. Well, can't forget Zambia did win the 2012 AFCON in pretty remarkable fashion. I was actually just watching the replay of the 2015 AFCON final between Ivory Coast and Ghana. Oh my God!
Wow,
that was one of the more ridiculous penalty shootouts I've ever seen in my life. So
yeah, that was wild.
That was wild. All right, now let's go through each group as I get some of my other guests to come on. We got some Sierra Leone guy coming on. We got Ghanaian guys. We got everybody. We got all of Africa represented here. I can't find a Comoros person, guys. I'm sorry. It's pretty hard to find them. There's only 800,000 of them in the world. But let's look at each group. So with Group A, we have obviously the host, Cameroon. We got Burkina Faso. We got Cape Verde. We got Ethiopia. What do you say about this group, Adnan? Obviously, Cameroon is going to be big favorites, and it's just the battle of the second place then.
Yeah, I think Cameroon will come up on top. Burkina Faso, they need to go for it, try to get a draw at least against Cameroon that first game. But I wasn't impressed with Ethiopia's goalkeeping in World Cup qualifying. And Cape Verde, they gave Nigeria a lot of problems. They could have easily made it out of that group. So, yeah, it's 3 teams for that second place spot. Right now, I'll say Burkina Faso to get that second spot.
Okay, then who's going to come third?
I'm going with Cape Verde. Sorry, Ethiopia. I know they have a lot of fans online.
All the Ethiopians came after me with the prediction video. I was like, Ethiopia are going to finish first, and they all came after me. But how far do you think that obviously the host Cameroon can go? Obviously, Onana, he's coming back after his, shall we say, interesting ban where he was using some medications that we shouldn't talk about. Then obviously you got Akambi. if you don't understand, Joel Matip has not played for Cameroon since 2015, so don't ask me about him.
Exactly.
Anguissa. So how far do you think the host can go in this tournament?
Is Anguissa fit?
Anguissa is reportedly fit, yes.
Okay, I think he's big in central midfield. But who's going to be starting as striker for Cameroon with
Choupo-Moting, bro, the man with the best agent in the world.
I don't trust Choupo-Moting in the tournament. I remember in the past they had a Vincent Abubakar. I just watched the 2017 final.
He's involved as well.
Okay, but he moved away from Europe a while ago, right?
Yeah, he's in Qatar or Saudi Arabia, one of them countries.
Yeah, we'll see, but I'll give Cameroon to at least make the quarters, maybe the semis, because that home field advantage I think is going to play a big part. We saw how good the North African teams were when I was in Egypt, so
yeah,
now it's back in Central Africa, close to West Africa too. So we'll see.
That's an interesting factor. I was thinking about the other day. When the North African teams, obviously we're talking about Algeria, Tunisia, and these sort of countries, when they play like in West Africa or in South Africa, they really struggle.
Yeah,
I think that's mostly the case. So let's see if that trend continues, or if Algeria, Egypt, Tunisia, Morocco, all the North African teams are so strong. I mean, honestly, I could see all four of them making it to the semifinals easily, but it's just a different proposition when you play in West Africa. Do you have any clue if these stadiums are going to be full or anything like that?
Yeah, last AFCON, because they moved it to Egypt in the last 6 months, I guess that really affected the attendance outside of the Egyptian games. But in past AFCONs, the fan turnout has usually been pretty good. But so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not too sure either. It's a difficult one to say when we don't really know. So Sebastian is saying Cameroon could make it semi, but I reckon they will lose in the quarters. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of going. And Burkina Faso to the semifinals is probably my most unpopular opinion. Wow, that would be something if Burkina Faso can do it. Obviously, beating finalists in 2013 to the Super Eagles, but let's move over to Group B. This should be a walk in the park for Senegal with Zimbabwe, Guinea, and Malawi. No offense to obviously the three other countries, but Senegal are they're different gravy.
Yeah, Senegal should come out on top easily. They always play well in the group stage, and they walk through World Cup qualifying and AFCON qualifying pretty easily. We get to see Naby Keita versus Sadio Mane in this group.
Yep.
So that should be interesting. And if I'm Senegal or Guinea, I'm hoping that Zambia don't come into this group and they stick with Zimbabwe.
But the thing is, if Zambia comes, they can't call up Potts and Daka and Wepu and and the other guy from Rangers. I can't remember his name. They surely can't call them up at this point. I would think it's very short notice.
Daka is injured. He's out for a couple weeks, so I'm not sure.
Okay. All right, Denzel, how are you doing, man? Are you excited for the AFCON?
Yeah, man, I'm proper looking forward to it. I'm seeing what the young stars can do, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Well, we'll see how they could do. I don't think they're gonna go.
Yeah.
Oh man, they had that epic comeback against Nigeria in qualifying. That 4-4.
I'm just grateful to be here, you know. That 4-4. That was some spirited stuff, you know, and even the 0-0 away, like to go 2 games unbeaten against Nigeria, big results. So it's going to be tough in the group, though. But we'll see.
We'll see. Denzel, what do you say about this group? This is surely all Senegal in this group, right?
Yeah, just off the names alone with Senegal, yeah, like Senegal off bat our favorites.
Yeah,
I want to see what I've got back to Zimbabwe friends as well. The odds are stacked against them in this group, but I want to see if they can maybe cause.
They might not even make it to the tournament, Denzel. They might not even make it. They might be banned.
What's going on with them?
FIFA's reviewing if the government has been involved. Not a shock there. They're looking into that so that the FA have full control of it. It's just a mess. It's an absolute mess. And obviously, the greatest name in football, Marvelous Nakamba, is not coming either.
Sometimes he's not so marvelous, but
he's been pretty good actually this season for Aston Villa. I'm not gonna lie, he's actually been pretty decent.
Yeah, he stepped up in this season.
He stepped up. Yeah, so I think we all agree Senegal's going to win this group. All right, Group C: Morocco, Ghana, Gabon, and then obviously the debutants Comoros. Denzel, What do you think, bro? Obviously, Morocco, they don't have Ziyech because, I mean, him and the manager, Halis Hosic, got beef with each other. You got Ghana. They still got the Ayew brothers. I don't know why, but all right. And then Gabon, it's Aubameyang, but we've all seen Aubameyang this season. He's not the same guy anymore. So what do you say about this group?
Okay, firstly, I'm not gonna hold you like I know a lot about Comoros. I just want to give you a disclaimer. But I'd say Morocco are the favorites for this group. Ghana, the Ayew brothers with Jordan Ayew. You've got the 18-year-old that plays for Roma.
Felix Gian.
John.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't feel like Ghana hold the same weight that they had turn of the decade, 2010. It's not the same Ghana. However, I still back Morocco and Ghana to go be the top two teams to go through this group.
Adnan, what do you think?
Yeah, I have Morocco finishing in first, and I'm gonna go with the shock. I'm gonna say Comoros get out this group. I didn't see them play, but they qualified pretty early, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they did. They qualified pretty early because they've only won one away match, I think, ever in AFCON qualifiers, and it was in this AFCON qualifiers.
Yeah, Gabon with Aubameyang. I'm not sure if he's going to be in form. And then Ghana lost 3-0 today to Algeria in the friendly. Granted, it's Algeria, but they didn't look good, I'm hearing. So there's always at least one big shock in AFCON. So I'm going to go with Comoros to get out this group, whether it be finishing second or as one of the top third place teams.
So then you think Gabon's going to finish last?
Yeah. Gabon.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think Morocco's going to win this group. They've been scintillating, absolutely scintillating, and probably the best fullback from Africa, Hakimi. So, I mean, the guy is just special. So Ghana, I mean, did you guys probably saw the penalty that they got against South Africa?
Oh yeah, Marty's dive.
Oh my God, the worst time. What was it? I think was it Partey or Amarte?
Amarte.
Was it Amarte? Okay, yeah. Oh my God.
So we're gonna have VAR in this AFCON, so none of that.
Let's see how good it is, bro. I don't know if you can trust it. It's CAF. We'll see. All right, let's move to the next group. Here's Adnan's group. Yeah. So we got Egypt, obviously the 7-time winners of the AFCON, haven't won it since I think 2010 now. Nigeria, obviously 3-time winners, Sudan, and then Guinea-Bissau. So, and then I think it's only right for you to just preview your group, really. I mean, it's between you and Nigeria, but do you have a chance of finishing first? Obviously you do.
Yeah, because it's going to come down to that first game. No warm-up matches. We have an interim head coach. But we have to let the spirit of the team carry us on. We have a lot of injuries. But knowing we're playing Egypt and Mo Salah, the 7-time champs, I think we'll be focused for that game. And if we could at least get a draw, that would bode well for us. Of course, we're going to try to go for the win. But I definitely see us in Egypt getting out the group first and second, depending on what happens in that match. I'm not sure this is the strongest Egyptian side, but you always got to respect them. And then Sudan, they always play low-scoring games, but they're hard to score against. So they'll be tough. I don't know too much about Guinea-Bissau, but we'll see. I got Nigeria finishing second, but I hope we can get that top spot.
Ooh. Yeah, I got to say that if you finish second, you're going to finish the first place in this group. So you better try. You got to win the group.
We got to either win the group or get one of the best third place finishes because I don't want to see Algeria or Ivory Coast in the round of 16.
Oh man, Denzel, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, as you said, I think Egypt, Nigeria finishing the top two. I'd back Egypt to finish top because of the Mo Salah factor. Not too sure about Guinea-Bissau, but I feel like, especially in terms of the top two, that first game is crucial. The winner of that first game wins the group, probably.
It's absolutely vital, this. I mean, the Nigerian FA are just... I don't know what to say about that. It's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. I mean, you just think about all the talent that Nigeria have, and if they just had a good manager, I mean, this squad could easily, I think, finish maybe in the round of 16 quarterfinals of the World Cup, but just because the FA just The run just so poorly. That just shows you the difference between if your national team is run properly, you can do well. And if it's run poorly, this is what happens. And Nigeria hiring some Portuguese. I think they wanted to hire Jose Mourinho, but they realized that the last name was wrong. They hired Jose Posero, and I've never even heard of this guy. It's just terrible. And he's going to come in when the World Cup qualifiers, playoffs are going to happen.
It makes no sense. At least let him have the AFCON to learn the team, build some momentum. But I heard Jose Mourinho is the one who actually recommended him. So we'll see with that. But yeah, we're hampered by poor management and poor administration. It's been like that for years. I don't know when it's going to change. But thanks for having me on. I got to get back to work.
No worries, man. Thank you for coming on.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace.
Man.
All right, we'll keep on moving around here. Let's keep on moving. I'll answer some questions from the guys. So, Josh, Mike, any outside tips or shouts for the AFCON? All right, my big shock for the AFCON. I was going to do a video on it, but I'll spoil it for you guys in the live stream. I'm going to say Mali are going to win the AFCON. That's going to be my big shock. I'm going to go with Mali winning the AFCON. I think they're a fantastic squad, and they are going to do some damage in this tournament, I think. So I'll have somewhat of allegations to West Africa, so I'll be supporting Ghana or Nigeria. Sebastian is thinking Nigeria first and Egypt second. Guinea-Bissau will put up a decent fight against Nigeria and Egypt. I think Nigeria will have enough. I expect a draw in the first game between the top two. AD, don't worry. How are you doing? Michael, of course. Jonathan Duro, how are you doing? Everybody? Thank you guys for tuning in. Mali is a good shout. I think Mali is a very good shout when they have an exceptional squad. All right, now it's Denzel's group. Welcome to the AFCON. Welcome back to the AFCON. Algeria, Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone, and Equatorial Guinea. Obviously, let me talk about Algeria first. This side, I mean, they just demolished Ghana today. Absolutely demolished. They haven't lost since 2018. They're looking like the favorites again, trying to go back-to-back. Algeria should make it to the semifinals. They should make it to the final, but I've talked about this before. North African teams don't do so well when it comes to playing in West Africa. So will that hamper Algeria? But they just have such a fantastic side. Then when it comes to Ivory Coast, they have good players. But we know with Ivory Coast, they always have the talent. And what do? They just never perform except that 1 year when they didn't have Drogba. And then they won it. And then we got Equatorial Guinea. I don't think they're going to win a game. I think they might get a point against Sierra Leone. So I think Equatorial Guinea will go out of the group. And then you can just talk to me about Sierra Leone, bro.
I mean, it's been a long time coming. But if I'm talking about this tournament and what I want, or like my ideal world, I would want 4 points. I'd want a win against Equatorial Guinea, and ideally I'd want 1 point against either Ivory Coast or Algeria to be in contention for that third place best spot.
Okay, so obviously like the 4 best third spot teams can go through. I think if you can get a win and if you just don't get demolished by Algeria, Ivory Coast, you might have a chance of getting to the round of 16 then.
Yeah, like a win, a draw, like a maybe even a 1-1 score draw to bump up the goal scored. I don't know what the thing is measured on. And then, a loss, we don't get whacked like Ghana did today against Algeria. That's what I want. That's what I want.
Obviously, the legend, the MLS legend, Kei Kamara, who played here in Finland this season. And then what does he do? He scores against my favorite team. Oh, man. God, why did he have to do that? But he's obviously going to play.
And Stephen Corker as well.
Oh, Stephen Corker. One of the worst signings Liverpool have ever made. He's I don't know, where does he play? I think he plays in Turkey now, if I'm not mistaken, Stephen Corker. So he's going to be representing Sierra Leone. But yeah, I only see Algeria winning this group, to be honest. Ivory Coast have the talent, but they just never put it together. They probably have the best striker in Africa, Haller. Would you disagree with that?
Like an out-and-out striker, you might be right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Because who else would you say is up there for being the best striker in Africa?
I mean, Mane is a forward. You would not call him a striker. So
yeah,
I'm really kind of a loss because there's a lot of wide forwards about. But if you're talking about like a proper striker, you might be right. Like I'm even trying to think of people like traditional number nines like Hala. But
You got
I don't know.
Choupo-Moting, you got Vincent Aboubakar, you have, of course, En-Nesyri of Morocco, you have, trying to think, you have Slimani of Algeria. There's a couple, but I think Haller has just been absolutely fantastic.
No, his rejuvenation at Ajax this season.
Something else. I can't believe it. I absolutely can't believe it. As Ilya says, Stephen Cocker, from former Liverpool center back, I think he only played like one game for Liverpool, if I'm not mistaken. He was terrible signing for us. And Sebastian agrees Sierra Leone will be third. All right. Villa fan, thank you for tuning in sub last night because I really enjoyed your points. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much. Now we move on. We move on to the last group. So we got Tunisia. We got Mali, two strong teams in the AFCON, of course. We have Gambia making their debut at the AFCON, and then we have Mauritania. So I'll give my point of view. Tunisia, they have that one Man United under-18 player, oh my God, what's his name again?
Medri.
Yeah, and he's been selected. He was fantastic at the Arab Cup, by the way. He's a baller of a player, so he might get some game time. You have obviously Kaziri. You have a lot of good players in Tunisia. Mali, I think Mali, they're going to make a strong run in this tournament. I really think so. And I think they might qualify to the World Cup in March. I think they're going to make their debut at the World Cup. So this could be a very historical year for Mali, in my opinion. When you think of Yves Bissouma in the midfield, the guy, I mean, he destroyed Chelsea the other week. Absolutely destroyed the Chelsea midfield. You have obviously Ibrahima Kone, you have Djenepo, you have Adama Traores, because there's I think 3 Adama Traores on this team. So I'm really liking this Mali side. I think they're good. They've performed well in recent couple of years in the under 17s, under 19s. Then you have Gambia, obviously making their debut. A couple of players to look out for. Moussa Barro, of course, of Bologna, has had a good season. You have, I think, Omar Colley. So Gambia are a good team. I like Gambia. I think they're going to make it out of this group. And then we have Mauritania. Not really too familiar with them. They were quite poor when it was in the last African Cup of Nations. One player you guys might be familiar of, Aboubakar Kamara, a former Fulham player. But that's about it for Mauritania. So I think Mauritania will finish 4th. I got Gambia finishing 3rd. I think Mali will win this group. Tunisia is 2nd. What do you say, Denzel?
I feel like a lot of these groups follow this kind of same format where you've got 2 teams, like in this instance, it's like Tunisia and Mali, that like on paper, you've got heads and shoulders. And I would put them as my top 2, Tunisia and Mali. But in the same case in a lot of these groups, yeah, it might be Gambia in this group. It might be Sierra Leone in the other group, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm just saying.
Okay.
Something might not go to script here, but I do agree. I do think Tunisia, Mali will be the top 2 teams, and I feel like Mali will win this group. But something is not going to go to script here.
It never does. It never does. AFCON, I would arguably say, is the most unpredictable national team tournament in the world.
From when Zambia won it, yeah. Nah, that was crazy.
We've had last 6 editions of the AFCON, 6 different winners. I think we're going to get a 7th different one this time around. Could it be Ghana, Mali, Tunisia? I think one of these countries could be it.
Sierra Leone. It's mad.
Okay. If Sierra Leone win the AFCON, that I don't know. You have to buy a Sierra Leone jersey after that. You have to buy a Sierra Leone jersey. I'll go with you to Sierra Leone next time.
To Sierra Leone.
Yeah, I'll come with you. I'll come with you to Sierra Leone. Only 2 Sierra Leone players has played for AECO ever in our history. Oh, very cool. So that's a club in Sweden. So Yves Bissouma is finally back for Mali after 3 years. Yeah, he's had a little bit of a hiatus. I don't know why he was gone, to be honest, but maybe he just had some disputes. Sebastian's first, Mali, Gambia second. See, you cannot underestimate Tunisia. This is the problem when it happens. Losing to a 3rd division side at halftime. Is that Barcelona? Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Tunisia first, Mali second, Gambia third, Mauritania rule that the waves. Okay, I'm confused by that.
You know Britannia, the song Britannia Rule the Waves?
No. Which song is that?
Britannia Rule the Waves. It's like
Nope, I don't
never
know
heard
that.
that.
I know the no, I never heard of that one. I know the other waves. I know the other wave song. The is it Mr. Probst, the wave song, wave after wave. Can't sing
Oh
the rest
yeah,
of it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Kamara loved to take penalties from Mitrovic. Yeah, I remember that at Fulham. Oh my god, it was horrible. Oh, it was horrible. I think he missed the penalty too. He missed the penalty. I don't rate Molly's World Cup chances. I do. Apparently, there are in talks with Konate from Liverpool, Mali, according to African Insider. Wow, that would even more. If Sierra Leone wins the AFCON, Mike, you have to buy a shirt. I'll buy a shirt. I'll go to
Yes.
Sierra Leone. I'll do everything if Sierra Leone win the
Come to
AFCON.
Freetown.
I'll come to Freetown, bro. I'll come to Freetown. But let's look at some, let's look at some maybe projections into the round of 16. So we've talked about that Algeria could face Egypt. Algeria could face obviously Nigeria in the round of 16. There's some other propositions. Obviously, let's take for example runners up of Group A and Group C. So Group A and Group C. So that would be either Ghana, Gabon, I would think, and then obviously Burkina Faso. That could be another big matchup. Not a whole lot else. Group F, winners of Group F, runners up of Group B. So we could see Mali take on Ivory Coast in the round of 16. So there's a lot of interesting matchups that could come in the round of 16. Denzel, I'm going to give you the big question. Who will be on February 6th, the 2021, playing in 2022 AFCON winners?
Who will be the
Or should I
AFCON
show you the
winners?
squads first?
Show me the squads first.
All right. We'll show you the squads. We'll go a little bit more in depth today. Let me show you where are the squads. There we go. Obviously, let's see. I can't trust Wikipedia fully because there's so much going on here. Let's look at Burkina Faso. Really, three big names to watch out for: Edmond Tapsoba, Bayer Leverkusen. You got Bertrand Traore. And then obviously Abdul Tapsoba, young up and coming striker. Then you got Cameroon. I think this is a very interesting squad. Onana back from his obviously ban, which was pretty interesting. You got the likes of Anguissa, Choupo-Moting with the best agent in the world, Vincent Aboubakar. Good squad, I would say as well. Cape Verde, not a lot of big names, playing all over Europe and the world pretty much. Ethiopia, only two players playing outside of Ethiopia. Guinea, you got Naby Keita, you got Amadou Diawara of obviously Roma. Malawi, I'm not too familiar with any of these names other than Charles Petro of obviously Sheriff Tiraspol. So any of those what national team do you want to see? What national team do you want to see?
Do I want to see the final?
Yeah, or what squad are you very interested in?
I want to see Senegal again. I
Okay,
think Senegal underperformed in the last World Cup. They were very unlucky to make it to not to make it to the last 16. But even though they were underperformed, I expect them to go far in this tournament. And
yes, Kei Kamara is involved with the squad who just played here in Finland the past year. So really interesting story. Capitano, exactly. So here's Senegal's squad. I mean, this squad is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Got Edouard Mendy of Chelsea, of course. Koulibaly, okay. He's had a lot of injuries recently. You got Balatoure, of course, of Milan. You got Abadou Diallo of PSG, who obviously used to play for under 20s, I think, for France. You got Bouna Sarr of Bayern Munich, Idrissa Gueye. What else do we have here? Napoli's Mendy, of course, of Leicester City. And then obviously the front line, Sadio Mane. Okay, Ismail Assar. He is allowed to play. He got to travel with Senegal. I don't know if he's going to play because he's injured. We'll see how much game time he gets. Keita Balde. So this Senegal squad is good. The only thing they don't have a recognized striker, I would say.
But there's it's one of those ones where you see how a lot of teams have wide forwards. Do they necessarily need a recognized striker? Can there not be enough goals to go? If there's not enough goals, okay, continue.
The thing is that Sadio Mane kind of plays like in the 10 role for Senegal, so he's kind of more of a creator in a way.
No, it's a valid point. And I guess every team, each one of there's no team to me, perhaps maybe apart from Algeria, that properly sticks out. We are saying, okay, this team are dead certainly going to win this. So I still put Senegal in the top 4 teams to win this competition.
Okay, top four. I would agree. I think this squad has to. They've never won the AFCON, which is pretty amazing. One name to watch out for is Bamba Dieng. It's a very interesting story playing for Marseille. He's scored a couple of goals for them, so he's an interesting name to watch out for. Been listening in the background while cooking. This has been fascinating. Thank you very much, Josh, for tuning in as always. Dia has been good for Villarreal in the last 3 games. Yeah, I forgot about him, Bouyala Dia. He's actually, I think he had a good game against Man United, if I'm not mistaken, off the bench. I think I saw him there, or was it against Atalanta? Let's look at the next squads. Let's look at Egypt. I don't need to look at Gabon because it's Aubameyang, and I mean, the guy's just, I don't know what's wrong with him. Let's look at Ghana. All right? You got Thomas Partey, Ayew brothers, Wakaso, Gideon Mensah, Baba Rahman. Obviously, Baba Rahman, former Chelsea player. I think he's still with Chelsea. I think he's on loan all the time. Obviously, got Amarte, you got Kudus, Felix Gian. So, obviously, this is not a star-studded Ghana side, but they got the manager, Milovan Rajovic. So, what do you think about this Ghanaian squad?
I think it's good enough to get to a last 16 quarters. Don't really see them. Anything can happen in AFCON, right? But when I look at this on paper on the squads and what they've achieved recently, I don't know. I just don't see them, taking this to the semis or the final. I don't think they have it in them.
Yep. All right. And then let's look at Morocco's squad because this is a pretty good squad as well. You got Roman Sais, who had a fantastic game against your club, Manchester United, by the way. Just want to shout you out for Man United.
That's cool.
No, that's cool. All right. Cool. Hakimi, of course. You got Adam Massina. A lot of good players. Another name to watch out for, Ilyas Shar of QPR has had a good season. Imran Lusa. You got Amrabat, of course, and Ennaziri, Boufal, Munir. A lot of good players on this Morocco side. Let's see if not having Ziyech is going to be the difference for Morocco maybe winning this tournament.
This looks like a solid squad, man.
Mm-hmm.
A solid squad. Yeah, obviously Ziyech is going to be a big miss here, but I'm looking at players that look at all the clubs a lot of these are playing for. Like, this is going to be a solid squad.
This is definitely going to be a solid squad. So, Zimbabwe striker Kadewere played for Djurgården. He never scored versus Aiko. You always have to say that, Sebastian. Zimbabwe can be disqualified from FIFA. Yeah, I discussed that already. Yep, Boula Dia is really good. Yes, he is. Gonna have goals in midfield, but I can't trust Jordan Ayew up front. I can't trust him either. I just can't. I can't. If you're relying on the Ayew brothers in 2022, I don't know. I don't know. I hope it comes out good for Ghana. Our Ghanaian friend still hasn't shown up, Denzel. I think he's hiding after today's performance against Algeria.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he doesn't want the smoke.
He don't want the smoke, exactly. It's not the same Ghana that killed it in I think you mean the 2010 World Cup when, Suarez, but we won't talk about that. And Ghana need Jordan Ayew fit 100%. But like I said, you can't rely on this Ghanaian squad. Egypt squad. Obviously, you got Salah, you got El Neni, you got Trezeguet, you got Hegazi, obviously former West Brom player. One name to really look out for is Mustafa Mohamed, who's just made a loan move to Galatasaray. He's actually been really good there. The thing for Egypt, if they just rely on Salah to get the goals, it's not going to pan out well. It's not. They got to get a bit more creative with their play, use the likes of Mustafa Mohamed and these sort of guys. So I think Egypt can make a deep run as well. I think they can make it to the semis this time around.
And they have a lot of domestic players as well. Am I correct in saying Egypt's domestic football is probably at the highest level of all of Africa, right?
Yes, I think the Al Hilal, they just won the African Champions League, the CAF Champions League, excuse me.
And they have the record holders of it.
I believe
the two main clubs.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so off that alone, because I see they have a lot of domestic players, even though they did disappoint in the last World Cup. Egypt,
and the last AFCON when they lost to South Africa.
Yeah, exactly. Is that as well? Especially if the Mo Salah factor they're also in my top 4 favorites. So we'll see, but they have disappointed in recent tournaments. So they have a lot. They have a lot to prove, especially the Salah factor. But Salah is what 28, 29 now. How old Salah?
29.
29. Okay, yeah.
I think he's still got 2 more AFCONs in him, but he needs to win the AFCON, I would say.
Exactly. That was basically my point. Like Salah's like what at his peak of his powers. You got at 4 okay, he does this thing for Liverpool, but as an Egyptian fan perspective, you need like a tournament. He needs a tournament. So this should be it.
Are
If
you
I
in the
was
same
Sam,
mind?
if I was
Are you in the
Egyptian.
same? Are you in the same mindset as me? As when we look back on the greats, does how you do for your national team come into factor?
It does. But I can't lie. Some people overemphasize it, but it does. It does. Because some people are not blessed with good international teams, bro.
Of course not, of course not. But you have to perform when you're with your national team. Like, okay, when you look at like Lewandowski with Poland, I mean, the guy does everything for them. I mean, everything. I've seen him score absolute worldies for Poland, but we know Poland are not going to go far in the Euros or in the World Cup. So I see your point there. But one name to look out for. You see who the manager is, Denzel.
Yes, Carlos, United legend. United legend.
He's going to be an interesting factor, I think, for Egypt. He's done very well with them since he's come into the squad. He didn't do so well with Colombia. I mean, they got destroyed by Ecuador. I think in one game it was like 6-1. So let's see, can Carlos Queiroz be the difference for Egypt? All right, let's look at Nigeria's squad quickly. Let's look at their squad. All right, when I look at Nigeria's squad, this is how I describe Nigeria squad. All right, it's a Ferrari up front, a good midfield. I would say like let's say a Range Rover in the midfield. You know, they got a lot of good players that can be box to box sort of guys, can hold the defense. Yeah. Then when I look at this defense, it looks like my Nissan Micra. This defense is just. Have you watched Troost-Ekong this season and for Watford?
Not too much, no.
I mean, he seems like a very nice guy, but I mean, his defending is atrocious, man. He needs to. I don't know if he needs to stop doing those travel vlogs that he does with Nigeria or what's going on with it. But I mean, his defending, if it could only match how good his vlogs are. But what do you say about this Nigerian squad? Iwobi, I mean, is he living off just being JJ Okocha's, I think, is a nephew, I think, or something like that? I know he's related to JJ Okocha somehow. You got Ndidi, you got Aribo, who's having a fantastic season with Rangers. You got Frank the Tank Onyeka in the midfield. You still got Ahmed Musa. I mean, still going for Nigeria. You got Iheanacho. Igalo still going for Nigeria. You got Chukwueze, Awoniyi. So they have some good players, but it's just, I don't know. What do you say when you look at this Nigerian squad on paper? What do you say?
Yeah, no, it's definitely all chest no legs. Yeah, it's definitely all chest no legs. However, I do see a lot, especially like going forward. I do see a lot of like potential there, and I do expect them to make it to the last stages as opposed to Ghana, innit? I don't know how well Iwobi plays for. You know who Iwobi kind of reminds me of, yeah? How old is he now? What, like 20? Iwobi's only 25.
25, yep.
Iwobi's been here for so long and he's only 25. But anyway, he kind of reminds me of Lingard, where sometimes he can be an absolute nothing player, but he's got like good like technical basics. And I don't know. I feel like for him specifically, it could work for him here. Anyway, like Nigeria, it's kind of an unknown quantity, but at the same time, I expect Nigeria to be quarters, semis.
Yep,
Semis at least.
They've had so much controversy before this tournament. It's just crazy. But somebody just said Igalo is dropped for Desires from Feyenoord, who is tough. All right, okay. Let's see if that happens. Adnan say Nigeria may need to go through a three at the back formation. Desires might be replacing Igalo. Yeah, I mean, Igalo was pretty good in the last AFCON, but if you're relying on Igalo, kind of like if you're relying on the Ayew brothers in 2022, you got some problems. So Igalo has been refused by his club to come and play. Oh, what is going on here? Salah's record for Egypt is insane, but he needs a standout tournament. I think so. I think he definitely needs a standout tournament. Mohamed Salah. If El Hamadi was playing, I would be rooting for Egypt. All right, but I don't think he's playing for them anymore. All right, let's look at some other squads here. Sudan, mostly playing in Sudan. I wish I could tell you guys. I wish I could tell you I'll watch the Sudanese league. I don't.
Bear read Wikipedia links.
Osimhen and Dennis is a colossal miss. Can't be said enough. I agree. Emmanuel Dennis, Denzel, can you agree with me? He might be actually the signing of the season so far in the Premier League.
Yeah, like Watford, they did a number with that one still. Like he's doing a lot. I don't know, signing the season is a big claim, but he's doing a lot.
He is definitely doing a lot. Hey, we got the best player in the world here, bro, in the chat. Phil Jones says Ivory Coast best squad on paper. Thank you for tuning in, Phil Jones. Fantastic performance on Monday, by the way. Fantastic.
He was the man of the match for United.
He was the man of the match for United. And that is not a good thing. I'm surprised that Sudan didn't call up Hani Mukhtar from Nashville. Yes, he is actually injured. He is one of the best players in the MLS, by the way. Hani Mukhtar is fantastic of a player. Remember, guys, if you haven't already, hit the like button. And I have a poll going on, and I asked who will win the AFCON. We got 30 votes. 47% of you said Algeria will win it. Only 7% for Nigeria, 33% for Senegal, and 13% for someone else. And probably Denzel would say that would be Sierra Leone. So
yeah, I was like, why haven't Sierra Leone got their own category? Like,
because I can only put 4 teams there, and I had to just put three countries and then put the rest in one category. But
no, it just Sierra should have been the 4th team.
Oh Jesus! All right. Let's look at Algeria. So this is a good squad. This Rahmi Ben Sabaini, he's a very good player for Borussia Mönchengladbach. He's played in a left wing back spot most of the time, but he has been fantastic. He scored, I think, 2 goals against Bayern when Mönchengladbach destroyed them 5-0. He was fantastic today. Yusuf Attal, right back. I mean, this squad is so good as well. Yeah, he's a good player. All right, let's look at the midfield. You got Benacer, you have Fehuli, you have Bulaya. Try to get these names correct, guy. Bulaya. And then up front, I mean, they could play. I mean, they could put the forwards in the midfield and the forwards in the forward positions. You got Soleimani, Mahrez. Obviously, everybody remembers Brahimi. Bounedjah, you can't override because he just plays in the Qatari league. You got Yusuf Bilai, who scored against Qatar, and then he got cut from his Qatar squad or Qatar club because he scored against Qatar. Adam Unas, you got Saeed Ben Rama. I mean, this up front, this might be the best. This might be the best attacking side, you know. Ben Rama has been really good for West Ham this season.
No, these guys, yeah. When you even look at the names, the amount of flair up front as well. It's going to be. I'm expecting a very aesthetically good team to watch going forward. And you see the tournament Mahrez had last tournament, yeah. That's the tournament that Salah wishes he had, man. I'm telling you.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You see that last minute free kick against Nigeria last tournament, yeah.
That was ridiculous.
Moment. Yeah, he's the okay. You're only as good as your last tournament, yeah. But he's the man to watch, yeah. Mahrez, captain, fantastic holders. Let's see what Algeria are on, but yeah, definitely final, semi-final is a strong team, man. Ben Rama as well.
No. Yep. Soleimani, he's always good for Algeria as well. All right, let's look at Ivory Coast because this is another side. They got bounced out of the World Cup qualifiers. They lost to Cameroon, so they're not going to make it to the World Cup, unfortunately. All right, look at the players, bro. Serge Aurier, obviously now playing for Villarreal. You got No Context Bailly, of course. You got Boli, you got Kusuru. This is a very young and up-and-coming center back for Bayer Leverkusen. I'll go to the midfield. It's even better. Seri Dia, you got Frank Kessie, Jean-Michel Seri, Maxwell Cornet. I mean, without him for Burnley, I don't know. Burnley might be even worse at this moment. Oh my God, this side is so good, but they're just so disappointing. Hamad Traore up front. You got Max Gradel still playing for Ivory Coast. Pepe, I don't know if he's at Arsenal anymore. We need to get the FBI to find Pepe. I don't know where he is.
Gradel is still playing football.
I know he's still playing. I know Wilfred Zaha. I'm not too sure. I guess Zaha is coming. He has not been playing with the Ivorian squad for the last couple months. Obviously, you got the best striker in Africa, Haller, at the moment. You got Jeremy Boga, of course, of Sassuolo, who's now made the move to Atalanta. I mean, this side is so good, but I mean, how many times have we said that about the Ivory Coast? They look great on paper. Then when it comes to the AFCON, they always fail, except for the 1 year when they didn't have Drogba. But I mean, if you look at this squad and you didn't know the national team, how far would you say this squad would make it?
I'm still saying, okay, as the same with Nigeria, quarter semi. By the way, Chelsea just scored. Quarter
already?
semi.
Whew.
Yeah, 1-0. Just anyway, it's the Caribbean Cup. Yeah, so of course the difference between this and old Ivorian teams, I'm going to cut them some slack, is that the old Ivorian teams were ahead, and you know how England were in the 2000s when you had Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, Ferdinand, Terry, like it was ridiculous. Yeah, the old Ivorian team compared to the rest of the African teams were like that. Drogba, the Toures, the other man as well. This
Gervinho.
is yeah, Gervinho. Like this team, they've got great players, but it's not like I feel like the old Ivorian teams were blockbuster. This is not the same. However, don't sleep on them. They could ease if these guys won the whole thing. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be. I'm not saying they are going to. I'm not saying they're favorites, but I expect them to be there and thereabouts. There and thereabouts.
All right. So the man decided to show up.
What do you mean? It's always going to show up.
How you doing, bro?
Squad, guys.
I'm
ready.
Why are
Let's
you
go.
wearing that shirt?
Let's
You guys
go.
lost 3-0
Let's
today.
go. What happened today, huh?
3-0. You
I
rage
don't know what
quit.
you're talking about.
You rage quit like on FIFA,
By
bro.
Algeria.
Don't worry about that, man. That's friendlies, bro. Don't nobody care about that. That's fitness. We're just trying to get fit.
Just trying to get fitness up.
We're just trying to get fit.
All right.
What's up?
Let's-
You all right?
Yeah, we're good, man. Are you excited for the AFCON?
Yeah, man. It's been a while, hasn't it? It feels like it's been a while. You know, it comes every 2 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's been
And
3
then-
years since the last one because of COVID. They had
Yeah.
to delay it. What do you guys make of all this controversy with actually, now that I get like a good perspective from you guys, what do you make of all this controversy when it comes to clubs not letting the players go, all this Twitter saying, oh, the players shouldn't go, they should be playing with their club? Michael, what do you think about this whole situation when it comes to just the whole controversy about players going to play? I mean, in a pandemic, all right, the Euros were played in much worse conditions in a pandemic, playing in 12 different countries. So
Exactly, yeah.
what do you make of this whole situation?
It's weird. It's unprecedented, isn't it? Like, this has never happened. Like, we've never heard of, not on this scale at least, we've never heard of clubs saying to players, you can't go and play. Obviously, I'm going to bring up the fact that no one says this to the European players or the South American players, but we're saying it to the African players because it happens in the middle of their Premier League season or whatever. But yeah, I think it's weird, man. It's like I don't know. It's like stopping someone from having something they've earned, because playing for your national team is a big thing, you know, like in real competitions. Can you imagine? Yeah, I don't know who's the manager. Ralph Rangnick said to Ronaldo, "You're too old. You need to retire from international football." What's that? I don't think it's fair. I think the African players should go if they've been picked. Go, bruv. Like, it's another world, so I'm not fucking with it.
Denzel?
Nah, they're disrespecting the team, man. They're disrespecting the team. Like, what? I get sometimes, yeah, because you know what Sir Alex Ferguson used to do a couple of times to United players. Like, you know, when England had friendlies, you were like, you know, some players would pull a sticky or like, you know, same ended.
Oh,
But no one would ever pull that shit if it was like, you know, the Euros or the World Cup. It's just because it's AFCON, and okay, cool, it's in January, so I guess it's the middle of our normal season. Managers
One thing. It's always been in January. The AFCON has always been in January, except for one edition, which was the last edition. But go on. I just wanted to make that point.
Yeah, exactly. And I think the reason they play in January because in our summer it's rainy season. And, I don't know.
Yeah,
it just don't make
it's
sense climate-wise to
doesn't,
play it. Then. So yeah, it's just I feel like where African football or Africans has been traditionally disrespected, it's just a part of the norm and should happen. But I'm noticing is that as you're noticing in the Premier League, you've got Mo Salah, you've got Mahrez, you've got Mane, you've had Yaya Toure, more and more Keita, more and more of the
Edouard
most
Mendy.
important. I can go on for days, man. More and more of the most important players in the world are African, and I feel like that's a trend that's not going to stop. So essentially, this is going to be something needs to be addressed because African footballers on the world stage ain't going. So
it's true.
All right, my second question for you guys is, obviously, an African team has never made it to the semifinals of the World Cup. One team could have made it, but this whole situation. But my question for you guys
Debatable.
is, what needs to change for? Because I think Samuel Eto'o said, I think like just yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, that an African team can win the World Cup, and I totally agree with that. But there are some circumstances which is denying that to happen. But in your opinion, what needs to change? What needs to change for an African team to win a World Cup?
Go on, Denzel. That's a big question.
Us lot in the African diaspora, like us Africans that have been raised in Europe, need to start. Well, actually, depends. It's each their own individual choice, yeah. But we need to start choosing our own. We need to start choosing our roots. Do you get what I'm saying? Because, for instance, you look at the France World Cup team. It's their choice. If they choose their leaders of France, they're entitled to do that. But when you look at where a lot of them come from, some from Algeria, some from Guinea, so he's from exactly.
Some of the most obscure African countries would be lit if the French team just played from where their parents came from. Honestly,
and that's essentially it. So I feel like African teams can do that, and I feel like African teams generally are getting stronger than ever before. So.
Definitely.
That's where we could be headed in that direction. I don't know if we're going to see an African team win the World Cup in our life. I'll be honest, but we're getting closer. You might flopped in 2010 though.
Listen. We didn't flop. Yeah, we didn't flop. We were cheated. Tell me we weren't cheating.
Wait. You weren't cheated, bro. You had the chance to win the game in the last minute, and you flopped it. No. You had the chance to win the game in the last minute. Michael, did Asamoah Gyan have that penalty? No. Okay, yes, he had that handball. But did Gyan have that penalty to win the game?
He did.
And what happened to the penalty?
He hit the crossbar.
Unfortunate. I'm sorry, Ghanaian fans, but I just have to. Bro. I know he Suarez is a cheater. We all know that, but at the end of the day, you did have the chance to win the game.
This is true. We also could have won it on penalties as well.
Yeah, and you know what's even funny? Gyan scored the best penalty then.
Top bins, Michael, in the crosshairs, sniper from 1,000 meters away. In the bins.
Some must say Ghanaian football was never a
I'm hot.
I don't think they have, to be honest. I don't think they have.
I'm so hot. As far as I'm concerned, we getting fourth in there, bro. Like,
this is a good point. Solid African coaches. Why is it always when I look at an African national team, most of the time it's an old white European coach? I'm not even joking. Is that facts?
He's so right, bro.
He's so right. The main thing is you need to get a manager from the country to understand the players, to just understand the culture. When it's
true, because
it's just when you get some guy from like Portugal or Serbia or any of these countries, right?
Bro.
And he comes into some African national team like Comoros, he doesn't understand the culture. He's just there to make some money, in my opinion. So you need to get solid African coaches.
Yeah. And these expats come into Africa for a time of fun. And
you know what I mean? It's true, bruv. It's so true. They're just coming to work and in a nice hot climate.
Pensioners coming for a day in the sun, man.
You know what I mean?
We need some young blood.
It's true. I do wonder what the coaching scene is like.
All right.
Because I wonder why like the equivalent of, I don't know, Arsenal in the Nigerian Premier League, their manager is not managing Nigeria. Like when Pep was at Barca doing up bits, everybody was talking about him doing Spain. So why not in other countries? I wonder what's going on over there.
No, I don't think. I want to see like how it translates in terms of like a grassroots thing. The thing with Africa, yeah. You see the setups, our English setup, like English football has been around for hundreds of years and stuff like that. It's like we're way, but a lot of our cool. You've got Egypt, who I think I spoke to Michael about, who are like way ahead of other African countries. But to build them systems up, where you say you've got like a Nigerian version of Arsenal, I don't know Nigerian clubs yet, but that's gonna take time. That's gonna take a lot of time and money and infrastructure and
Yep,
It's by a
exactly.
club, bro.
France national team is mostly made up of players with African heritage. I mean, 100%. I think, what is it? 5
Literally.
players that didn't have African heritage. I
Who
think
is it? Griezmann,
you got Lloris,
Benzema. Oh, actually, Benzema's from
Griezmann,
Algeria,
Giroud,
right?
Pavard. Yeah, Benzema's Algerian.
And
You
Theo
got-
Hernandez.
I'm trying to think of the 5th one. Is it Lenglet? No,
Theo
well,
Hernandez?
yeah, Theo Hernandez and Lucas Hernandez. So yeah,
Bro.
DRC. Well, yeah. Okay.
They produce a lot of talent in those countries.
So Wan-Bissaka
Now
to
the
sign
internet
up for
is
Congo
down for
because
me.
it's not happening for him.
They do.
How do you feel about Wan-Bissaka, Denzel? I was talking to my other guys and they're sick of
Yeah,
him,
I'm gonna
bro.
have to. I'll be right back, guys.
All right.
I'm tired of Wan-Bissaka.
You've had enough.
Yeah.
I do remember you picking him up there. Like he was your guy. You was happy with him.
Honestly, well, like to be honest, yeah, this is the African Cup of Nations preview show. We should be talking about Wan-Bissaka we need to be talking about Wan-Bissaka and how we can do things for Congo in
fair enough,
in
bro.
AFCON.
Fair enough. I don't want
Because-
to buy it either.
So DRC Congo, Algeria, Ivory Coast, Ghana, etc., and Nigeria all have great diasporas. Yes, I agree with that. Senegal. All right, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta fix the internet. Give me a second.
All right.
Can you guys open the comments? You guys can talk about the comments. All right.
What's in the
Yeah.
comments, bro?
It's in chat.
Wan-Bissaka
There
was
we
from
go.
Congo, yeah. Ghana would be Wakanda. Oh my god! He said Ghana would be Wakanda right now if Jan made the penalty.
Okay, let me
Who
scroll
knows?
up.
We would never know.
Bro, if Ghana made that semi, yeah, there'd be flying cars in Ghana right now, man. There'd be flying cars in Ghana, bro.
Vibranium and
If Ghana won the World Cup, yeah, the metaverse would be created in Ghana right now, man.
Do you know what I mean,
So,
bro?
like, you get
Everything
me?
shifts there, honestly, bro. Because you know it's a party. It's a party just on any day, bro. If Ghana won the World Cup, done out. You would never hear the end of it, mate.
No, you see, Wan-Bissaka was from DR Congo, but he became English. To be fair, I don't think Wan-Bissaka's had a cap for England, has he?
Yes, he has. He's definitely played at least once. No, he's got to have.
Have you seen the right backs England have? That guy,
He didn't get a cheeky game against San Marino.
No, that brother's never getting a look in, especially at this rate. He's never.
Hey, guys, look at this comment. Ghana would be Wakanda right now if Gian made that penalty.
Who knows? Michael will never know, bro.
We'll never know. Well, I need to make a video about that whole scenario and what could have been, really. What could have been. Bro. Senegal with a more aggressive style. We have the cup. Watch out. 100%. I think Senegal, one of the favorites. All World Cup winners have had head coaches from their country. Well, there you go. There's the recipe for all African national team. Side B. Good evening to all. Good evening to you as well. Good evening to you as well. Wakanda forever. Ghana have vibranium. Hey, it's a partay. Well, it's a partay. All right, let's go back to the squads and look back at them. As now I fixed my dodgy Russian internet. Thankfully, hopefully it's working now.
You know,
it was moving mad.
Right? Internet, bro. Gazprom internet.
All right,
look at that squad, though.
Let's look at this squad. All right,
let's go.
You know, before we get serious, can we just count the Kamaras?
I'm not doing that, bro.
Go
on. All right, let's look at one name. Stephen Cockers hasn't played a single game. Yeah, bro. They signed him up. Former Liverpool center back.
Yeah, he used to play in the Prem.
Yep. You got Meadow. Bro, you got
my guy.
My guy Meadow. He used to play for my favorite team here in Finland. Big up to Meadow. He's making his return to Sierra Leone. I think he doesn't have a club at the moment. Yep, no club for him. You got guys from
only three red links. Let's go. Every man has Wikipedia pages. Let's go.
A man doesn't have a club. A man doesn't have a club and he's playing for his country. That's insane.
This guy Al Haji Kamara, he's a very good player from Randers. He's a good player.
Like him, yeah.
But Denzel, if you're gonna rely on K Kamara to get you the goals, obviously the legend of MLS and legend of Sierra Leone, can you get out of this group? Like, looking at the squad, they got Algeria and Ivory Coast and Equatorial Guinea. Michael.
Hey, Denzel.
4 points. I told Michael I said 4 points, 4 points, 4 points. A win against Equatorial Guinea and a draw against either Algeria or Ivory Coast, and then we could hold maybe a 1-2 lose.
You think best case scenario, you keep out Algeria and Ivory Coast. Michael,
one of them.
Spoke to the defenders and let me are you sure Stephen Corker's gonna keep out Mahrez?
I can't lie, yeah. If my country can do 0-0 and 4-4 to Nigeria, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Can't lie.
That's what opportunistic fans say. Anything is possible. Bro.
So, hey, bro, you gotta be optimistic.
Let's go down to the forwards.
Yeah, you do. Ivory Coast and Algeria, bro. No, done that.
No. Good luck. One of those two. But you know what? Yeah, best third place finish, 4 points. I feel like, and then make it to the last 16. That'd be an amazing tournament. And I don't know how the formats work, but if we could play one of you lot into Ghana or Nigeria, I'll be in heaven. Last 16, I'll be in heaven.
Just to take an L.
Hey,
Michael, they're happy to be here.
Oh, bro, I mean, wouldn't you be? Hey, bro, I can't say anything because I was happy to be at the Euros with Finland, so I'm with Denz on this one. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't even know. What do you mean just to take it L? Nigeria could not beat this team over 180 minutes. What do you think you could do?
They gave you 4.
And we gave them 4.
Yeah, they get Michael, they were 4-0 down against Nigeria and they came back.
I believe in anything, bro. I believe in miracles.
Miracles.
0-0 against Ghana, 120 minutes, whack on penalties, bro. That's the pattern. I've already seen.
I beg to God that we get a Sierra Leone versus Ghana round of 16. I don't know if that's even possible, but if that happens, you guys are coming on the watch along for that. That is entertainment for.
Hear this. How can you say 120 minutes?
All right, guys. All right, let's continue. All right, let's look at Mali. This is. If you didn't hear, Michael, this is my sleeper team to win the African Cup of Nations. I think this team is really good. I mean, how many Adama Traores is there? I think there's
Hella
2. Hella Traores, yes, we know that. Look at the players. You got Yves Bissouma, you got Amadou Haidara, you got Djenepo, you got the Adama Traore from Sheriff Tiraspol. This guy, Ibrahim Akone, 6 appearances, has 8 goals. So, man, this is a good squad.
That's a sleeper.
This is a sleeper. Team. Denzel, when Sierra Leone wins the AFCON, I rest now. Okay, all right. I don't know what.
He doesn't believe
it. Okay, Michael. Since we got you here, let's look at Ghana's squad then.
What?
If you're, hey man. All right, Michael. Obviously, Milo Varajovic.
Yeah, I swear he's been there for like 17 years, bro.
No, he just made his return just now.
So who's the other Serbian we had? Because there was a few.
There we go. He just came back, I think, this year. So if I'm not mistaken, Milo Varajovic. All right, Michael. If you're relying on the Ayew brothers still in 2022, please explain to me.
No one's. We're not relying on the Ayew brothers.
Yes, you are. They started every game in the World Cup qualifiers. Did they not?
They're senior players. Look at them. They're the oldest players on the squad. They're senior players.
Bro, this is not 2010 when you can rely on them. I don't know. Actually, did they play in the 2010 World Cup? I cannot remember.
Look, Baba Rahman. He was at Chelsea, you know.
He's still on Chelsea. He's on loan.
Chelsea paid his wages. He's at Chelsea.
Surviving Chelsea now.
We got Thomas Partey.
Oh.
Do you know what's funny about Partey? He probably played his best Arsenal game, and then he said, "Nah, I'm leaving to AFCON now."
That might be good news for y'all, though.
Huh?
That might be good news for you Ghana guys, though. Maybe you can get the Thomas Partey in his full back to in his normal form.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
the second coming of Essien, bro. Hella bangers outside.
Whoa! Hold up! What did you just say? Did you just say the second coming of Michael Essien? Do not disrespect Essien.
No, it's
just,
I'm disgusted. Did it? I'm excited.
I get that.
Suleiman.
Don't disrespect Montari, bro. He scored the goal against Uruguay as well.
I'm confused. Is Partey supposed to be? Is he bad? I thought
he's good. But you're talking about Michael Essien, one of the best
Okay,
midfielders.
maybe not Estienne.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah,
This
I
is
like our squad. We can
obviously you got Kudus, who's obviously a great player.
Yeah.
Essien did not hit row Z as much as Parte. Facts. True.
That guy loves
Mali did not concede many goals. I think they conceded 0 in the World Cup qualifiers.
Oh, really?
Andre Ayew in the 24 World Cup in 2014 was underrated. Yeah, he was really good in that World Cup, to be honest. And Michael, USA finished ahead of Ghana in the World Cup group stage. What's up?
Congratulations.
All
Good
right.
job. Did you win anything though?
No,
That's what
but
we're
we finished higher than you guys. We got revenge for 2010. That was the main thing. Because you guys
Sound
knocked
like
us
an
out.
Everton fan, bro.
Oh, gee.
We finished above you. Ooh.
All right, Michael. When you look at your group, where do you think you could finish in this group? Realistically, don't be a fanboy. Realistically, because Morocco are a good squad.
I think this is going to be one of those groups where there are no draws. I think that I expect to beat Comoros.
Oh, you better beat Comoros. If you don't, I'm gonna come after Ghana.
If I'm honest, I expect to beat Gabon as well. So I'm saying minimum 6 points. That puts us in a knockout stage. It's just a game against Morocco. I don't know what's going on. Because I feel like Ghana's one of those teams when they see a bigger team with maybe technically better players, they kind of shrink a little bit. So I can see us losing to Morocco. Obviously, I'm not going to say it, but I can see it happening. So I'm saying 6 points, and we'll qualify for the knockout stage straight away.
Okay. All right. So then if you finish second in your group, all right, Group C, let's see who you could face in the round of 16. Let's check this out. So you'll face the runners-up of Group A. That's not too bad. You'd face either Burkina Faso, Cape Verde, or Ethiopia. So that ain't too bad.
Yeah, man. See,
I think
we got this.
Or you could be the well, I don't know about a run, but a run to the quarterfinals, and that's about it. All right, guys. Give me. All right, I think we're dwindling down with time. I want to catch the Chelsea Spurs game.
Oh, yes.
Who is going to be on the 6th of February at Yaoundé? Who will be the AFCON champions? Denzel, what's your prediction? Give me the finals, the two teams, and then the winner.
the two teams and the winner.
Yep.
Off bat, like Algeria has to be in the final. I'm going Algeria, Senegal. Safe, but I'm going
again,
Algeria, Senegal.
Bro. You're boring, man.
Sorry. I can't lie. There's nobody else is sticking up to me like that.
Yeah, but okay. All right, Michael.
I think Egypt are going to end up in the final. I think they just always find a way, and Algeria as well. And I think Egypt will win again.
Ooh, Egypt will make it 8 times then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, for my finals, I'm going with Mali to play against. This is a tough one.
Final.
I think Mali will make it to the final, bro. I've been really impressed with them. I think Mali will play Algeria, and I think Mali will win their first ever AFCON. That is my guess. I think they will do it. I think this is going to be a big year for Mali in football. Well, here's the plan for you, Michael. Predictions for Ghana: 2-1 loss, 1-1 draw, and a 3-0 win. Second place, beat Cameroon 2-1 in the round of 16, and then lose to Nigeria 1-0. Oh, that would be bad for you, bro. I mean, just beating Cameroon, but then lose to Nigeria? Oh, man.
Bro,
you'll never hear the end of it from your Nigerian friends.
Give me a Sierra Leone prediction.
I would turn off my phone. Yeah.
So Sebastian is going with Senegal, Nigeria final, and Senegal wins 3-2. Well, hopefully it's a high scoring final. I mean, they're always either they go into penalty shootout, and then it turns into 2015 or 2012 when it's just the worst penalties you'll ever see in your life.
They're really bad at penalty shootouts in the AFCON.
Michael, I just watched the replay of the 2015 AFCON when Ghana choked it against Ivory Coast.
Embarrassing.
It was embarrassing.
So embarrassing.
I think the third and fourth penalty kicker for Ghanaians and the goalkeeper, but you can't blame the goalkeeper. Who will win the Golden Boot, guys? Who will be the top scorer?
Ooh, I think Mane will be the top scorer.
Okay.
I think he's
Sad.
going to get a lot of goals in the group stage.
I mean, he does have easy opponents in the group stage, so that would make sense. Denzel?
Salah's gonna eye that one up, man. Salah's gonna eye that one up.
Salah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Salah.
I'm gonna
Salah's
stick
gonna
with my
come
Malian tradition. I'm gonna go with Ibrahim Akone. I mean, the guy has 8 goals and 6 appearances for his national team, so I think that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, that's a ratio and a half.
Yeah. Dream final matchups would be Algeria, Ivory Coast, Senegal, or Egypt, or Nigeria versus Cameroon. Doesn't Nigeria border with Cameroon, right? I think they're neighboring countries. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. So Senegal versus Egypt final. No, none of us, I think, predicted that one. I mean, Senegal have never won the AFCON either. Golden Boot Salah. All right. One final question. Who will be like a surprise team that will make it to the quarterfinals? Last AFCON, it was Madagascar. Fantastic performance from them. Who will it be this time? Who will be a surprise team in the quarterfinals? Let me start with Michael because I know who Denzel's going to pick. So let me go with Michael.
Can I just say it speaks volumes that he like thinks that his team is this like good.
Nah,
It's going to be
if
this good.
Madagascar
Anyway,
can make quarters, anything is possible. Anyway, continue.
That's neither here nor there. I'm gonna go with I think Cape Verde will get out of the group.
Will they make it to the quarterfinals?
Oh, we're talking quarterfinals?
Yeah, because Madagascar made it to the quarterfinals. So I want to get, because there's always a surprise in AFCON. You know, this is the most unpredictable national team tournament in the world. So I want a surprise team that will make it to the quarterfinals.
Who's surprising?
I'll give you some names. You can
give me some
choose
names.
them. Gambia making their debut. I'll say Sierra Leone, Comoros, Malawi, Zimbabwe.
He's smiling at me.
Gabon, Mauritania.
Yeah.
These sort of just teams that we don't highly rate, but they're gonna make a surprising run.
I think
me.
Yeah, go first. Go first.
I'm gonna say me or my next door neighbor, me or Gambia, me or my next door neighbor, man. One of us.
I don't know a lot about Gambia though. You know what? Ethiopia.
Okay, Ethiopia. I like it. Ethiopia actually have won the AFCON, so that's good. I like it. Well, I was way back in the 1960s, so I like it. All right, Denzel, who's going to be surprising team, or did you say Gambia?
I said Gambia. If it's not me, it's my next door neighbor, so it's Gambia.
Okay.
All right. My surprise team is Burkina Faso. Cameroon beat Nigeria in the final on penalties in Lagos in 2000. Oh, that is heartbreaking to lose at home. Oh my God.
Side note, though, I'd like to see a West African, even though I banner them. Yeah, I'd like to see a West African team win it. Whether that be Nigeria, Senegal. I'd like to see
the Egypts and Algerians have taken over, and I don't like it.
No, don't hate, bro. Salah will have a hard time breaking through the defenses. This is African football, not EPL. I don't know about that, bro. I mean, Salah is a top 5 player in the world. I know it's a bit different when it comes to obviously national team football because let's be honest here, a lot of the defenders are just gonna double team basically Salah for most cases. But the guy is on sensational form. I know he has been a little bit shaken the last couple of games, but he's special. Would you guys say he's the best player in Africa at the moment?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think that's even a question because the gap is so. Because the next best player is what? I mean,
actually, respect goalkeepers, man. Respect Mendy, man.
Mendy's killing it. Good point. Good point.
But that save he made against Salah was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait, did you say Aubameyang, Michael?
Well, yeah. Who else is there? Mane.
Mahrez.
See, it's the thing with me, bro. I forget some of these guys are African. Mahrez. But the gap between Salah and Mahrez is still
it's a lot.
At least for me, it is.
Actually, not a lot, but it's quite significant.
Oh, goal! Spurs, the jokes just write themselves.
Is it 2-0 Chelsea?
No way.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Goal.
Oh man, Sebastian says, "Oh, coders." Then I say Sierra Leone because of K Kamara. Sebastian, don't
Sebastian
suck
is
up to
my guy,
Denzel.
man.
You know
He's
what
my
I mean,
This,
bro?
guy.
this guy's
Yeah,
just
look at you.
this. Come on, bro.
I'm telling you, the Leon Stars, yeah. Oh, I'm telling you.
Is that what they're
Um,
called?
Yeah, the Leon Stars.
All right, moving on.
I like it. Gabon has a decent team. Yes, they do have a decent team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got Lamina in the midfield, Aubameyang. So they have some good players, but I don't know. Gabon have done well because in recent AFCONs because they've been at home, but when they haven't been at home, it's been a bit of a struggle for them. So I think Gabon might struggle a little bit. My goalkeeper of the tournament would be either Mendy or Mboli. So those are
I would
good
say
shout outs.
Mendy.
Good shout outs. Good shout outs. All right. At hour 20 for the AFCON. Oh, man. This tournament starts Sunday. Where would you guys rank this in international tournaments?
International
Wow.
tournaments,
The regional
Yes.
ones,
international
or
like
including
club
the
and
World Cup.
country.
No, country. Just country.
Just country.
Yeah.
Are we excluding the World Cup? Is it just the regional ones?
Well, I mean, I think we all know that the World Cup is the number one tournament, so I'm thinking regional most.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The Euros, Loki runs the World Cup a little bit close in terms of quality still, but you could maybe say the Euros is above.
You know,
anyway.
it's the
That's
spectacle of
that's
the
an
World
argument
Cup
for
that
another
puts
day.
it up there.
Yeah.
I would say
Mm.
AFCON would be third. It'd be the World Cup, Euros, and then AFCON.
Euros, Copa
I'm
America,
putting
AFCON.
I might actually no. AFCON, in terms of player quality, it might be
yeah.
above Copa America, but in terms of the politics and the way it's been run, it might have to go fourth. But it should be third. It should be behind World Cup in Europe. It's above Asia. It's
Yeah.
I would argue that AFCON is behind Copa America still. I think there's still better teams in
Really?
Copa America. Yeah, they just got quality players still, I think, in my opinion. It's definitely better than the
it's concentrated though.
Yeah.
It is concentrated, but I think if you take, for example, Venezuela, I think they would beat Sierra Leone and these sort of countries. So I think there's still a bit more quality. You look at me, but Venezuela, they have a good team, bro. They
Yeah,
have a
you
good
know,
team.
I don't know anything about Venezuela, so I'll
But
give it that.
allow, don't just throw our name in there, Willie. It's a big continent, you know. Bro, we got
Why me?
the size of London, yeah, and you're comparing us to Venezuela. Allow it, man. Come on, man.
Jokes.
Come on.
That's jokes. It's like, no, don't bring me into this.
Oh man! If anybody in the chat has a final question for us, big shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you guys for tuning in. Haven't gotten involved too much with the chat. Had a good discussion about the AFCON. If you guys have any final questions, feel free to ask. It's more of a laid back setting today. You know, I'm not even watching the Chelsea Spurs game. Liverpool game is postponed.
They would beat Ghana. They would.
You should do an impromptu watch along for the Chelsea Spurs game. This is banner, man.
Is it?
Yeah, Spurs.
Is it? It's 2-0 Chelsea, huh?
I've seen the Lukaku reception. I've seen Lukaku faces touched. I've seen the calamitous on goal. This is fun, sir. This is fun.
You know what we can do here? Because there's the World Cup qualifiers, playoffs happening in March. Let me just preview it for you guys, especially Michael, because this is significant for Michael. Significant. Now I'll just show it to you guys. I'm planning to watch the big games at the Agape Cafe / restaurant. It specializes in serving Western African food. If Ghana play Nigeria, I suggested earlier it would be the jollof rice.
All right, that's definitely going in my book. That's a bar. He says a jollof rice derby. That is sick.
Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one, Matt. That's a good one. All right, let me quickly get it up for us. So obviously, CAF decided to go back to these playoffs, which I think is absolutely ludicrous. You're going to decide in 2 games who qualifies to the World Cup out of these 10 teams, right? Well, I mean, the FIFA rankings, they're going to base it in January. So we could see a thing where Ghana could play Nigeria. We could see a thing where Mali could play Algeria or Algeria play Egypt. I mean, there's a lot of interesting matchups here. Obviously, DRC Congo, who didn't even qualify to the AFCON. But what would be the most tastiest matchup if you guys could decide here? It's based on FIFA rankings. So there's pot 1, the top 5 FIFA rankings, and then pot 2 has the other 5.
Okay.
So I was going to say, so it's not like all of these 10 teams can play each other like it's random pot. So there's 2 tiers of teams.
There's 2 tiers. It's FIFA rankings, like the top 5, and then the next top 5, basically. You see what I mean?
Do you know which teams are in each or not?
Okay, well, I'll quickly do it. So Senegal, Algeria, Tunisia, Nigeria, and I think it is Morocco are in the pot one.
Senegal, Algeria,
Okay.
Tunisia, Morocco. Okay. But imagine Algeria, Egypt.
Yeah, Algeria, Egypt.
You know how them North African fans get,
Hey,
yeah?
Timothy just said Algeria versus Egypt would be war.
You know what I
Bro,
mean?
it
I was
would
about to say
literally
the
be
Arab
war.
Spring derby, bro.
Oh,
Bro.
it would, bro. it would get pretty
Dog,
intense.
Hella flares, hella flares.
Hella flares. Yep. Sebastian said Ghana versus Senegal would be bad for Ghana. Bye bye Ghana. Sorry, bro.
We would
There's
actually
no way.
get banned. I believe it. But
What would
hopefully
be
not.
what would be a good matchup? So we said Algeria, Egypt. Anything else?
Morocco, Tunisia might be juicy. I feel like it would be a good game. Like you could get goals in that, you know.
Are Nigeria and Ghana? I didn't hear. Are Nigeria and Ghana in the same seed spot? Or...
Nope. They can be. They're in
they're
different
not.
ones.
Obviously, yeah.
That I need that. I need that for content personally.
I want to go out for that. If that happens, I need to be in the setting, bro.
Nigeria Ghana playoff.
I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna go outside the house and watch football, and risk the rest of my week, mate. Because I will be so sad.
That would be
yeah.
I gotta break it to you, Michael. I don't think Ghana's gonna qualify to the World Cup. I don't. I'll tell you what 5 teams I think are gonna qualify: Algeria, Tunisia, Nigeria, Senegal, and Morocco. I think it's just the top 5 teams in the FIFA rankings. The only team that could maybe make a surprise is Mali and
so
Egypt.
You don't think Egypt are going? Oh, okay.
I don't think Egypt are gonna go. I don't think so.
Side note, even though it's European, quick one, yeah. In March, maybe man got Italy or Portugal.
That's a discussion for March. That's a discussion for March. That's a discussion for March, bro. There's going to be a lot. I'll probably have a 2-hour stream just discussing all the European matches because, I mean, the Italy-Portugal, they only have themselves to blame for not qualifying. Jorginho, especially. Jorginho missing those penalties.
They both dropped the bag.
Michael, what are your top three teams to watch in 2022? Are you talking about club or national team? Let me know. Then I'll answer that. Closest draw, I think it would be Tunisia versus Egypt. I think it would be very tight. Same if it was Ghana, but a bit more of an advantage to Tunisia.
If we're going to get through, we'd have to get Tunisia because I don't think we'd beat anyone else in that.
Yeah. I don't think Algeria or Morocco can play against each other. Ghana versus Tunisia would be decent. Nigeria and Ghana, I mean, that would be interesting, shall we say. National team. All right. Top 3 teams to watch. I don't know if you mean entertainment wise or like making a surprise entertainment.
Globally or African?
I'll go globally because I talk about all the national teams on here. I guess if you're talking about making a surprise, I'll go with Mali making a surprise. I'll go with Scotland to make the World Cup. And I think, I'm trying to think. I think Panama will make the World Cup as well. Panama are going to make the return once again to the World Cup. And entertainment-wise, it has to be Germany. Now they have not a nose-picking, ass-smelling manager at the helm anymore. What else? It's true. I mean, look at the facts. I mean, there's nothing else to say. He is weird. Argentina.
Coming home in 2022 now. No mention for them.
Hey, bro, I can't trust Gareth Southgate one bit.
All I'm going to say is, when Gareth Southgate got hired, I said England are going to win something. They got to the final of the Euros. They almost got the Nations League, let's be honest.
Semi-finals, final. I hear it.
Time,
I hear it,
Michael. I'm not going to say it's coming home, but I'm just saying we're due.
We're due. Nigeria and Ghana will be mad, but obviously Nigeria will take Ghana out. I think
obvious, but okay.
I think I can't trust Nigeria anymore either.
Michael, in the derby, the passion.
They're not passion. They're not neighboring countries, are they? Is there Togo in between?
Yeah, no,
I think. Are they neighbors?
I think they're maybe on the northern side. There's like a little.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Do you guys think? Because obviously it's a World Cup year. It doesn't even feel like it, to be honest, because it's way later in the year. Do you guys think? Because obviously no African team made it to the round of 16. Nobody made it out of the group, right? Do you guys think an African team can make it out of the group this time around?
Yeah, why not?
Because
They
Senegal were disappointing in the last one. I got to say that right now. They were disappointing. They had such an easy group, I thought.
Yeah, I expected them, to be fair, to go to last 16. I can't lie. I thought they were, I'm not saying they were going to do it Ghana, but I expected them to get at least to the last 16. Like, the opportunity was there to them. It should have been, Senegal should have been knocked out by England, not Colombia, man. Anyway, yeah. I do think an African team can make it to the last 16, 100%.
Yep. Michael?
Do you know what? Because you said Mali, now I've been thinking about it while we've been talking, and I'm looking at that squad. Yeah, they've got a few ballers that are after AFCON will come and play in their leagues, and they're like playing at like decent levels. So I think by the time World Cup comes around, if they're there, they can make some noise.
Definitely.
I really like Haidara. So
Yep. Guys, let's not hate Southgate. Let's not forget that it was Big Sam.
Well, how was it for one game?
Well, one game, bro. Oh man, it was bad. I reckon one African nation to make out. Hopefully. I hope it happens. Algeria and Senegal have the best chances. Yeah, definitely. I think it will all depend on the AFCON. I think that will give us a lot of direction. Senegal will go through to the last 16. Last time they didn't go through because they didn't. They were tied on goal difference, goals scored, everything. They were knocked out because of yellow cards. They accumulated too many yellow cards. Senegal were good. They only got knocked out in the technicality.
Right?
No, the technicality.
Weird rule.
It is a weird rule. But guys, I've already planned a lot of watch-alongs. Sunday it begins. Cameroon, Burkina Faso. Monday, a big game. We got Morocco versus Ghana. There's a watch-along for that. Michael, you can join if you want to. It's going to be... they're showing the games on Sky Sports, right, in England?
Yeah. United are also playing.
Thank God.
I would be here for that.
Do you guys think it's actually going to be good on Sky Sports?
Oh, of course.
I mean, it's accessible.
I'm just thinking because there's a guy on for Ghana. I think it's Richmond, and he's got the same last name as me. Can you imagine Gary Neville trying to?
Bro, if I see Gary Neville or Jamie Carragher talking about the AFCON, I'm done. I'm done.
I can't do it. Yeah,
I can't do it either.
No way
bro.
There's no way.
They can't allow that. There's no way they can allow Gary Neville.
We'll see.
Yeah, I wonder what analysts they're going to get, but anything like that. But yeah, a lot of watch-alongs. Also Tuesday there is Nigeria versus Egypt. So I mean, every day there's going to be watch-along people. So stay tuned for that. We'll probably have live discussions. I'm sure Denzel and Michael will come on. They'll talk about their national teams. I'm just here as the moderator and just giving little interesting questions to you guys so we could spur the pot a little bit. But big up to everybody who has joined on the stream. It's been fantastic. Maybe I'll come back Saturday as well to give my match day 1 predictions, give every game a prediction. So stay tuned for that, people. Stay safe in this fucking crazy world. Thank God the AFCON is here. I've been waiting for it for many, many months and just grateful that we are here. Nigeria aren't neighbors with Ghana. They have Benin Republic and Togo between. I thought it was something like that. If Nigeria qualify for the World Cup 2022, they are team from Africa to watch out for with their abundant talent of young. I agree with that 100%, but
they're gonna make it first.
They got to make it first, and I just don't trust the managers. I just don't. I just don't trust this Jose Pesero who's coming in. I don't trust him whatsoever. Thanks, guys. Enjoyed it. Thank you guys for tuning in. What has it been? Hour 34. Jesus Christ. I need to watch the Chelsea Spurs game. I heard it's a madness. All right, guys. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for Denzel, Michael, for coming on, guys. Thanks a lot.
No problem, bro.
Love, bro.
All right, guys. Peace out, everybody. Stay safe.